Hi BookTube! It's Missy, and today I'm going to be giving you guys my October anticipated reads list. There are 14 on this list, and a lot of them are Gothic horror. And I'm really excited because it's Southern Gothic. And I don't know why that there is a lot more this month than normal. Because I keep seeing trends when I do these anticipated reads. A lot of them will be paranormal, or a lot of them will have to do with zombies. And this month there's a lot of Southern Gothic stories, which I'm really excited to read because I love anything like plantations or swamps or that kind of, what is it called?
Honey, what's it called?
ESP.
No.
Yeah.
No, what was the Southern Gothic thing?
Gothic thing what? Vampires?
What's that? Country singers?
Country singer vampires.
No. No.
Huh? True Blood?
Kind of. Antebellum! Thank you!
Yeah.
The antebellum era. I like that era.
Anyways, let's get on with the list. Like I said, there's 14. I've looked them all up to refresh my memory, and let's get started. The first one on this list is The Fall by Bethany Griffin. This looks really, really good. It's a paranormal Gothic horror story. It comes out on October 7th, and I really, really tried to get NetGalley and to give it to me, and they said no. And then I tried to get the free copy and win it on Goodreads, and I lost, and I'm really sad, but this seems amazing, and the cover's creepy, and I want it. The next book on my list is The Invisible by Amelia Kahane. I believe that's how you say her last name. This is the sequel to The Broken Hearted. I own the first book. I have not read it. It's a science fiction romance, I believe. I know that she's got a ticking heart. It's not real. That's what makes the book science fiction-y. I really want to read it. And I've seen the video, like book review on YouTube, and it seemed even cooler on a video. Like the trailer, book trailer. That's what it's called. I watched it, and it was good. And so I'm looking forward to reading the second one, and I would like to own it so I can, back to back read both these books after each other and then really love the world because it seems really interesting. The third book is This Is How It Ends by Jen Nadel. This is a mystery paranormal book, and what got me wanting to read this book is these seniors are, drinking and having a good time in the woods, and they come across a pair of binoculars that if you look through it, you can see the future and what happens, and crazy future-wielding binoculars. I want to read it. It sounds good. The next book on my list is Layla, and that is by Nikki Kelly. And if you look at the cover on this one, it's a girl and there's a bunch of swords or whatever surrounding her. And this is a angel versus vampire book. I have never read, I've read angels versus demons. I've read vampires versus werewolves. Never angels versus vampires. I'm really excited to read this one. Both, there's a love triangle, I believe, from the synopsis. And one is a vampire, one's an angel. And Layla needs to choose which one she wants to be with. Somehow she is the key to their war or whatever. I don't know. It looked interesting, and I lost both times on NetGalley and Goodreads. I do not own this book, but I want it. The next book is Of Scars and Stardust by Andrea Hanna. This one comes out on the 8th of October, and this is a mystery thriller. This is about a younger sister who is, disappears and no one has found her yet, and an older sister who does not want to go back to her childhood town to deal with the disappearance of her sister, but eventually does. And so, like I said, it's a mystery thriller, and the sister's having delusions, and so it's like maybe psychological, and it's about sisters, and I love books that are about sisters, and so the cover is brilliant, and I want to read it so bad. And I've heard good things on Goodreads. I don't know if people who have hauled it or have gotten it from publishers, if they've actually read it yet, or if they've just, shown the book itself, but it just seems really good, and I want to read it. The next book is Sweet Unrest, and this is by Lisa Maxwell. This one comes out also on the 8th of October, and this is a paranormal ghost book. Like I said, the Southern Gothic kind of feel. What is it? Oh, she has dark dreams, and so the main character dreams about things, and then in the book she finds out why she's having these weird dreams, and I think she meets a boy who explains to her what her dreams mean, and so that sounded really good. And this one's actually still open on Goodreads if you would like to try to win it. I don't remember how many days that there is left, but I have definitely entered the giveaway, and hopefully I win one, because that would be great. The next on my list is They All Fall Down by Roxanne St. Clair. This one comes out on the 14th of October, and normally I don't read chick lit books or want like contemporary realistic books, but this cover is hilarious. It's a bunch of girls at a table wearing fancy dresses, and they're all keeled over. I think they might be dead. But in the synopsis, you learn that at this certain high school, if you were on the list, the top 10 list of girls, you are catered to, you're super popular, doors open for you, you get all these cool things that happen if you're on the top 10. But somehow this year the main character gets on the list, and she's really excited. She's number 5, but this is instead of like an opportunity list where you get all these awesome prizes, it's a death list. And so I cannot wait to read the hilarity of this, contemporary chick lit book, and these dead girls that are stuck up in their beautiful dresses. I want to see it. Alright, the next book on the list is Stitching Snow, and this is by R.C. Lewis. This is a retelling of Snow White, and it's science fiction, and I love the Lunar Chronicles, and that's a science fiction retelling, and so I don't know how this one is going to come about and how the Snow White is going to come out through the whole science fiction aspect, but I'm really excited to read it, and the book cover looks great. It's white with the red and the stitching, and I want to read it, and yes. The next book on the list is called Sublime. This one is by Christina Lauren. It comes out on the 14th as well. And this one is also a gothic southern book about paranormal ghosts. This one actually kind of reminded me, and if you look at the cover, it's like two people trying to reach each other. The cover is beautiful, and I'm hoping that the book has like that buttery feel, because it just seems like that's the kind of book it's going to be, like the cover itself. But it's it reminds me of Lust in Dante's Inferno, where the man and the woman are stuck in like a tornado, and they're always reaching for each other but can never actually touch. And that's kind of what the book cover reminded me of, and I really want to read it because it's beautiful and the synopsis sounds really good. And the next book on the list is Mortal Gods by Kendar Blake. I own Anti-Goddess, and Mortal Gods is the sequel to Anti-Goddess. I have not yet read Anti-Goddess, but I do like Kendar Blake's writing. I own her, what's it called? A Girl of Nightmares, I've read Anna Dressed in Blood, and so I'm interested in reading other books by this author, and so the sequel comes out on the 14th of October. The next book on the list is a duh kind of book, and that is Cure for the Dreaming, and that's by Kat Winters. Both NetGalley and Goodreads did not give me this book, but I want it, and those that have it already need to read it. And I know who you are. I've seen your videos, and I know you have it. Read the book. Kat Winters is awesome. I love her writing. So good. So that one comes out on the 14th. And it's also historical fiction paranormal. So if that's her genre, I'm excited because that's the kind of genres I like. And so I'll be able to read all of her books. The next book on the list is Beware the Wild by Natalie Parker. This one comes out on the 21st, and this one is really weird. This is a fantasy paranormal Southern Gothic. The story takes place, I believe, in Louisiana. It's about a boy and a girl, brother and sister. The brother, I don't know what they were doing. I don't know if he's mad and he takes off and runs into the swamp. Or maybe it was a game like hide and seek. I don't know why he runs in there. But he runs into the swamp and he never comes back out. But a weird girl comes out in his place. And so the sister wants to find out who this girl is, if she has anything to do with her brother still being missing, what is in the swamp. Everybody doesn't remember her brother, so I don't know if it was like a mind-altering kind of switcheroo, but nobody remembers her brother. Her brother's gone, and this mysterious girl has come out of the swamp. That sounds amazing, and I want to read it. Last two books. Compulsion by Martha Boone. This is a fantasy paranormal Southern Gothic as well, and this one, it comes out on the 28th, and I just looked it up, and now I can't remember what it's about, but I want to read it. I just looked it up, and it still sounded good on Goodreads, and I still do want to read it. Just look it up for yourself. It's good. And the very last book is Earth and Sky by Megan Crew. This is a science fiction novel about aliens, and I like aliens, so anything about aliens I'm gonna want to read. Those are the 14 books on my most anticipated reads. Let me know down below what you want to read in October. What books are coming out that you are extremely excited about, and that's it. I will definitely talk to you guys soon. Have a wonderful rest of the week. This is the last couple days of September, and then on to October. Hey, really quickly before I finish this video, I was thinking about kind of dressing up in my October videos to celebrate Halloween because it's my favorite holiday of the year. And so I wanted to do, I don't have very many costumes, but I could dress up my face in different genres or monsters or whatever. Let me know down below if you would want to see me with weird makeup on my face for my Halloween videos. Let me know. That's it. Goodbye.